If you don't look like you having a motherfucking seizure when you lifting weights, you ain't lifting hard enough. You should look like you got 3 pit bulls, a Rottweiler, and a Doberman Pinscher on your ass when you lift. You should look like. What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick with Hercules Fit, and today we're going to talk about, do you need a deload week? Also, why you should train hard as fuck. We're going to talk about both of those. I'm about to pump out another video before I get into my shorts that I talked about, and this was on my mind. I was in the gym today. I just got back from the gym. That's why I'm all pumped up. But I was in the gym today, and somebody asked me, it was an older gentleman. He's been training for a while. He asked me, he was like, hey, every time I do, I get stronger, I get this really bad pain in my forearms. And I asked him one simple question. I was like, well, what does your warm-up look like? He looked at me like he ain't never seen a black person in his life. He was like, warm-up? You would have thought I asked him about some calculus or some shit. He was like doing like fucking, shit, what the hell is a warm-up? But that simple fact of him not doing a warm-up was the reason why, as he was getting stronger, he was not recovering, and it was causing him to get forearm pain when he was doing like his bicep curls and stuff. So that segues me into what I want to talk about. In my opinion, no, you don't need a deload week. At least if you're a natural lifter, you don't. Now, if you're on steroids or some shit, you're lifting up cars, you're like Larry Wheels and shit, then yeah, maybe you need a deload week. You need to have a week where you don't lift up fucking cars so you don't snap your shit up. But if you are natural, in my opinion, there's no sense in doing a deload week. That's just a week that you're not going to be making no fucking gains. That's all that is. If you have a good program and your program is has enough rest days in it, you do not need a deload week. A deload week, that's purely for people that are already doing more than what their body can handle due to certain substances or vitamins, as Ronnie Coleman would say, that they're taking. If you're not taking these vitamins, you don't need a fucking deload week. Get your normal rest days. Warm up before you do your shit. Don't be like, this guy was like in his 50s. Don't be like, my man at the gym who's having forearm pain because he's getting stronger and he ain't doing no fucking warm-up. He's getting right out of the car and then lifting fucking 60-pound dumbbells, wondering why his forearms are cracking like some fucking firecrackers and shit. Don't do that. Warm your shit up. But no, you don't need to do a fucking deload week. I don't know where this philosophy of a deload week comes from. I know a lot of different people believe in doing them, but there's really no efficacy to them. If you are getting enough rest days in your split, then you don't need a deload week. I guess the premise of it is to give your nervous system a break. But again, if you're getting enough rest days, your nervous system is getting rest. Your nervous system doesn't get rest when you do shit that is overtaxing your whole entire body. So for example, say you're not used to working out and you work out every day, you're going to overtax your nervous system, and that's going to lead to something called overtraining, or it's going to lead to something called overreaching, which if that goes too long is called overtraining. We want overreaching. That's like, tearing the muscle fiber, it builds back stronger. That's overreaching. But if you tear too much of the motherfucking muscle fiber, you get overtraining. And that's bad. That leads to, low testosterone, injuries, all the shit we don't want. So the way you get around that is, like I said, you warm up and make sure you are doing have enough rest days in your program for your skill level. So for example, with me, I rest 2 days out of the week. I work out with weights 5 days out of the week, and 2 days out of the week I rest, Thursday and Sunday. If you are a beginner, for example, when I was a beginner, I only worked out 3 days a week and I rested 4 days. So it's a classic example of, as you get more advanced, you can have less rest days. If you are less advanced, you're going to need more rest days. So that's why if you are a fucking newbie, there's no point in jumping to the gym and going to the gym 5-6 days a fucking week. With that being said, guys, don't be like my man at the gym, not warming up. He had the right idea. He was progressive overloading. That's a big thing that I see a lot of people, they don't do. They don't progressive overload. But he was not doing it in the right circumstance, or he was neglecting some things that you don't need to do. I remember, you guys, I talk a lot about warming up on this channel, and there was a time where I didn't warm up, and I remember I used to get really bad tendonitis in my fucking elbows from doing like really heavy bicep curls and not warming up before I do them. So I can vouch for you, if you do not warm up before you do some heavy ass bicep curls, you will snap your shit up. I'm lucky I didn't get a torn bicep, thank God, but I got really bad tendonitis in my elbows, and that shit did not go away until I started spending about 5 or 10 minutes before each workout and warming up. So make sure, obviously, to warm your shit up. You don't need a deload week if you're warming up and you're giving yourself enough rest days in between each workout. The deload shit, I mean, I think that comes from powerlifters or whatever, or people that are taking steroids or whatever. If you're natural and you have a good program, there's no purpose in a deload week. Go balls to the wall, go hard. As long as you're not sore for your next workout, you're good. You know that you have enough rest days in that training program. People always ask me, I had some little kids walk up to me today. People are always walking up and asking me shit. It's like they see me as like, oh, shit, this is like I'm a fucking Bigfoot in a fucking exhibit. Oh, let me ask this big fucking monster what the fuck he does. But the secret that I always tell them is you have to work out, you have to train, be consistent, and work your ass off. That's it. That's it. Like, they're expecting me to give them like some fucking magical formula. There ain't no magical formula. You have to be consistent, and you have to train hard as fuck. Like, most people in the gym that I see, they don't train hard. They train like a word that I cannot say because it may, you got a lot of sensitive folks out there. But they train like pussycats. I'm gonna leave it at that. You interpret that how you want. They don't train hard. People that consider themselves training hard, they consider going to the gym, getting on their phone, talking, holding a conversation. Maybe they feel a little burn or some shit like that. Put the weight down, rest 5 minutes, and do it again. That ain't training hard. Training hard is when you can't hold a fucking conversation with somebody. But training hard is when you're making all them nasty faces. Them faces that folks don't want to get close. Folks see you making them faces and they're like, oh shit, let me get away from this nigga. This nigga making them nasty. This nigga look like he having a fucking seizure or some shit. If you don't look like you having a motherfucking seizure when you lifting weights, you ain't lifting hard enough. You heard it here from Hercules Fit. So it should look like when you training, it should look like the world is about to end. You should look like you got three. You should look like you got 3 pit bulls, a Rottweiler, and a Doberman Pinscher on your ass when you lift. You should look like. I'm just playing. You should have fucked up form like that. But the point is, you have to train hard to get results. You can train like a pussycat and get some results, but you need to train hard as fuck if you want to get the real results. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can attest to that, when I started upping up my training when I was around 15, 16, I made more gains when I upped up the intensity, because I used to just keep it more linear of I'm just going to go in the gym and casually lift. If you're the casual lifter, you're going to get some casual ass gains. But if you're the hardcore lifter, you're going to get some hardcore motherfucking gains. It is what it is. You get out of this shit what you put into it. Again, I may be preaching to the choir. A lot of you guys probably already know this shit, but to my newbie subscribers, to my people that are not used to lifting weights, you need to push yourself. You need to work out as hard as you fucking can. When you work out, you should be working out like your life depends on it. Plain and simple. Again, there are some channels that don't believe in that, like your Jeff Nippers and stuff. They're like, leave 4 or 5 reps in the fucking tank of your MMR and MMIP and XXIP and PPI and PPP. Fuck all that. Work your ass off. Do the hard best you can, and you'll get the results. Plain and simple. It's that simple. Work your ass off. Do the best you can. So when I come up with these programs and I say train to failure, I mean train to failure. I don't mean leave 3, 4 fucking reps in the tank. I don't mean leave 2 reps in the tank. I don't mean leave 1 rep in the tank. I mean train to fucking failure. As in if somebody had a motherfucking gun to your head, you could not do another rep. That's what I mean. So hope this clears some shit up about deload week. That's a bunch of bullshit. You don't need to deload unless you're on steroids and you're lifting up cars. Then yeah, do a deload. Don't lift up cars for the next week. But if you're a normal motherfucker like me or like you, don't fucking deload. Go balls to the wall. Train as hard as you fucking can. Make sure you have enough rest days in your program. If you don't, add some more rest days. If you got too many rest days, take some of them bitches out and add some more training days. You'll probably get some more motherfucking gains. So, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Email me at workbeforeyouwish@gmail.com for coaching. Check out my merchandise. Link in the description below. Get me sold out of these bitches. It's your boy Nick. Oh, comment below topic you want me to talk about. It's your boy Nick, your boy Hercules, signing out.